This is Max.
This is Christina.
This is Evan.
This is Allie.
And you're listening to Semi-Prose. You haven't read the half of it. Today we're talking about Mistakes to Run With by Yasuko Thanh. So Yasuko is, she's most known for her novel Mysterious Fragrance of the Yellow Mountains, which won the Writers' Trust Award, I think 2 years ago, and her short story collection, Floating Like the Dead. So Mistakes to Run With depicts the 2 or 3 lives I feel like she lived before sort of the solidity of the writing life. The first quarter of the book is about her childhood. So she's the daughter of a Vietnamese man and a German woman who find themselves new immigrants to Victoria, BC. The middle section, which I think is like the most shocking and the one that we'll be talking about the most, is about her years as a sex worker in Victoria. So we get to meet a whole, world of characters. There's some of her fellow sex workers, some of her clients and customers. There's a couple of her pimps and / boyfriends. And the last part of the book shows her transition in the life that she has now, like the life that we'll see when we meet her in a couple days. And it's like a relative calm of getting paid to write, of glamorous publicity houses, of awards. So there's a lot of things to talk about, I think.
It's interesting as a memoir because I don't think she talks as much as I expected about her feelings about everything. It's kind of like it's a lot more of accounting than I thought it was going to be.
What did you mean about the account? Like you thought it was more accounting?
I thought there was more like she tells you what happened in her life, and then there'll be like a couple lines that are like very kind of poetic or very, kind of make a beautiful metaphor or something. But I felt like there was a lot less like of her mental state, like her like thinking through things, like a lot less like she'll say like it's interesting because she'll say like I thought like Avery loved me so I did this, but there isn't much like emotional description in a lot of the parts of the book that I feel like in memoirs I am just more used to having more of a like explanation of like the emotional turmoil that's happening at a given point.
It's interesting when you say that as well, because one of my notes was about her compulsion. She talks about in her younger life a compulsion to journal and to like note everything down. So I kind of wonder how